Good morning, everyone. Welcome to an early webinar for some of you and late for others, but in the morning for most. My name is John McInnes. I'm the President and CEO of Print Audit, and I'm going to be introducing our new product to you today. But first, I'll go through a couple of pieces of agenda here. So what I'll be doing is I will be going through the new product for HP. One of our lead developers is going to actually take you through an on-screen demonstration of the software and on the HP, and there won't be a chance to verbally ask questions because we expect quite a few people from around the world on this call. If you can see in your window, the GoToWebinar window, there's a place where you can ask questions. It's the questions bar, and at the end of the presentation, which should take about 15-20 minutes, we're going to have lots of time to answer all of your questions. Hopefully I get a lot of stuff answered during the presentation, but you'll have an opportunity to ask questions. So please do that. Please use the question bar, and without further ado, I'm going to get going. So one of the things that Print Audit we've identified for years is the need to have our software, our Print Audit 6 software embedded on as many manufacturers' devices as we possibly can. And we've been working towards that day in, day out here at Print Audit. This year we've launched a few products on embedded. A couple of weeks ago I launched Xerox Embedded. And today I'm really happy to be able to introduce to you the Print Audit Embedded for HP. We've been working on this product for somewhere around a year. It takes a long time to build these things. The operating systems are not like normal operating systems, and all of them work differently. All of the different manufacturers' OSs that they put on their devices work differently. So we're pretty excited about how this one's worked. HP's been a great partner to us in building this, and so without any further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass over presentation to Rob Morgan, who's going to show you what it looks like on an actual panel. What he's going to be showing you is the emulator, so it's on his computer, but it'll show, you'll be able to see the workflow of what Print Audit for Embedded HP looks like on a panel. So I just have to click the magic button here to make him the presenter. All right, Rob, over to you. I can see your screen.
Okay, great. So I'm just going to launch the remote connection here, and this brings up the panel that we see on the device. So when I click on the sign in, it should load. So we'll see a couple of these pop-ups as we go through the demo today, just as part of the HP product itself, not part of our product itself. So it'll be a little bit slow just due to the connection, but as you can see, our Print Audit for Embedded main screen comes up. We have the copy, scan, fax, and we also have the release print jobs for our secure side. So starting off, we'll go into the copy, scan, and fax. And we get our PIN login, so I'll just click on the PIN box here. We get our keyboard where we can enter in our PIN. And then we're ready to go and log in.
Now you can also, for authentication, you can use Active Directory, and you can also use a card, swipe card. Is that right?
Yep, that's right. And so as we get through to here, we can select one of our custom fields to continue on. So I'll just use this one for today's demo. Click on Next. Get our summary screen and click OK.
And then at this point it's passing you over to the device, is that right?
That is correct, yeah.
Of course. It shows up on the screen as failed, but this is off of Rob's computer, so there isn't an actual device there. So with authentication, the way that it works is it's connected to Active Directory or the Print Audit directory service, and then authentication is passed on. So you can, as I said, you can use a PIN code, which is already set. You can use Active Directory, which is username and password, or you can use any sort of external identification device. Normally, we would think of as card readers. And this is like, we're going to wait a couple of seconds here.
If this doesn't go, I'll bring up my backup slides and we can go through those.
Nice. Well, let's bring up the backup slides. It says 50 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. So, so I've just got a couple of screen grabs of the device itself. So we've gone through. We're just going to the presentation mode here. So we this is jumping around to the embedded side. So if we were to click on the release print jobs, we would get to our secure login screen where we can enter in our PIN number, get our standard HP embedded keyboard, and once we've logged in, you can see that you get your list of secured documents. So you can click on the document and choose to release the document individually or release all your documents as you would with some of our other products for embedded. If you click on the info icon, you do get the info screen as well, that you can get the full document name, when it was submitted, and what device it was originally printed to.
So that was our Print Audit Secure that
yeah.
Rob just showed, and essentially what that is it's secure release, the follow type job system, so you can print from your workstation and then release the job at the actual HP device through the embedded console. It shows you all of your jobs that you have waiting. You can choose multiple jobs or you can choose one. It works exactly the same as the rest of Print Audit Secure works, and it's a really neat way to secure your jobs, have less pages come out of the machine that shouldn't be seen or that people are going to miss anyway. And it's a great system for if one device is down, you can move to another device to release the jobs that you might have printed to the first device.
Thanks, John. So going back to our original side of the demo, where we look at the copy, scan, and fax functionality for our Print Audit Embedded for HP. Again, we can log in with our PIN. We get our searchable custom fields that we can go through and select. We can pick the one that we want to work with for this session. We get our summary screen, and then when we click OK, it will sign us in and bring us back to the devices screen where we have access to the device's copy, email, job status. So for example, if we click on copy, we get the default device copy screen to interact with the device now that it's been has gone through our embedded product. As you can see, we also have the fax and the saved USB, etc. also available. And that is all the screen grabs I have for my backup.
Great. Can you actually go to the login screen on the custom field screen?
Yeah.
So essentially what custom fields are, for those that aren't familiar with it, Print Audit has several levels of custom fields for law firms, architects, engineers, schools, anybody that's charging back their print jobs to their own customers or users, or anybody that needs to track who printed off of the actual or copied off of the actual device. The way that this works, we've only shown you the first level of potential criteria or things that you can select for a matter or a code, and there's actually 5 levels of link within this, so you can keep going down. And so we sell to a lot of law firms around the world, a lot of architect firms, because we actually track the size of the job, and this is really the criteria, the entrance information that they're going to put in to be able to charge back to their customers or users. Okay, anything else that you want to show there, Rob?
Not that I have on my backup slide deck here, so no, that's it.
All right, well, good job. Nice save, by the way. It always craps out on demos on a work stream, so good save. I appreciate that.
Fails.
I'm going to pull back my presenter and show what we've got here. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see my screen. So we will be actually launching to the field and releasing this within the first week of December, the last week of November. So the week of November 30th, this will be available. We still have a little bit of work with our licensing to do on our license server and to get this into the product. So this is the pre-release video. You'll be able to get this in a week and a couple of days. Right here, you can see the system requirements. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there are a couple of important ones. The embedded supports firmware version OXP, OPXD 171 and up. Even HP doesn't support any versions previous to this, so right now the models that we have tested and know are the ones on the left. We would suggest that any firmware that you have that has OPXD 171 and X and up that you can try this on. It should work, but if you do have any issues, feel free to let us know. And you can always get in touch with your Print Audit rep to have a discussion about this and to get release copies of it as soon as it's ready. All Print Audit Premier members, of course, get this as part of the Premier program, so it's free to the Premier program with Premier members. And we're really, really excited to be able to support HP because it is, in our databases, the number one amount of printers out there for desktop and user use, and so we think this will really extend our ability for our Premier members to win more deals, which is one of the things that we try and get them to do, and in the end it'll help them to keep customers as well. So the last little piece here, a bit about Print Audit for those that don't know. We've been in business for 14 years, coming up on 15 years, which is exciting. We have offices in really cool places around the world. So I get to go visit some fantastic places all over Europe and South America and Southeast Asia. Our products are in 7 languages now, and we are constantly working at increasing the languages so that we can increase the reach of Print Audit around the world. We have 1,016 dealers that use Print Audit in some way, shape, or form, and I'll show you quickly what our products are. And 534 of those are Premier members, which means that they're on the Premier subscription service. And we're excited to say that we have 0 churn on that. So when somebody joins, they don't leave, which is really nice. It tells us that we're doing a good job with our stuff. We've won every award there is in the industry and outside of the industry, and we're excited to continue to build great products next year. 2016, we just finished our strategic plan for 2016, and we've got some fantastic products for you, including probably some more embedded and some upgrades to our current products. So quickly going over the products, you saw the embedded. We have embedded for others, and I'll get to that in a second, but probably what we're most known for now is our Facilities Manager program. We have the biggest database of printers in one place in the world at 1.2 million devices monitored. We're lucky that that's growing at a rate of about 20,000 a week or a month now, and so we're adding 20,000 new devices with all of the customers that are coming on to Print Audit Premier. We have, and that's a remote device management software. We have Print Audit 6, which is the front end to the embedded. It tracks actual desktop printing from the user and gives fantastic stats on what user printing is happening. It includes workflow analysis, printer rules, cost recovery, and such. And there's 2.5 million people around the world that have Print Audit 6 on their desktops, which is pretty cool for us. The Print Audit Assessor, this is really an office equipment dealer tool for doing user-based assessments at client sites, and the data that comes out of this, we really work on actionable data here, and it's got literally hundreds of points of actionable data that your customers can use, which will help you win new customers, which is what we want our dealers to do every day. We've done over 10,000 assessments over the years with the Print Audit Assessor, and most of those result in the dealer that's done the assessment getting the deal. Print Audit Secure is another part of what you saw with the embedded. This is our secure release platform for follow type printing, where you can print from your desktop and release it at the actual device. And this has been growing like crazy as well. It's a very easy to use system that we're excited about. And we've secured so far, since we released this, about 10 million print jobs. Print Audit Embedded, well, we just showed you the HP, which is great to have out, but there's lots of others of these. We have Ricoh, Sharp, Kyocera, Lexmark, Xerox, and now HP, and we will be introducing more and more of these in the next few years, and our goal is to have every make and manufacturer, covered with some sort of embedded. So watch for those. And last but not least, our little rapid assessment key that sells like crazy around the world. It's a USB-based device monitoring tool that'll go out, find all the devices on a network, and bring you back information. And there's 3,000 salespeople around the world that are using this every day. Though we've sold about 10,000 or more of these keys. There's 3,000 people that are actually using it on a daily basis, so we're excited about that as well. And so this is the suite of products that you get with Print Audit Premier, plus Insight, which is our dashboard reporting tool, and all of the business intelligence and the great people at Print Audit. So we are going to, that is the big advertisement for Print Audit. We want to help office equipment dealers to grow, and we help them win customers, keep customers, and build recurring revenue. And these are some stats on how we do that. But let's get to your questions. Angie, you got any questions there?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. You guys have done a great job because we only have one question. So if anyone else has a question, please feel free to use the question chat panel. Our question is from Pat. He is asking, does Print Audit Embedded track user data relating to print jobs? Example, the process from which the job came from.
Okay, Pat, so I'm not sure if I'm going to answer your questions exactly here. Feel free to clarify or to ask again if I don't get it right. So Print Audit tracks an actual print job from the workstation. The way that we're the most accurate tracking tool on the marketplace for workstation-based, user-based printing, and the reason for that is that we actually do integrate with each of the applications on the desktop, and we watch how and what's being printed from there. There's some definite secret sauce in what we do in that space, but we track 35 pieces of information on every print job, from the user, the document, the date, the time, whether it was simplex, duplex, which means whether it was printed on both sides or not, color, black and white, size. The information just keeps going on, but we get information on every print job, and of course we allow the users in a lot of ways to tag that job for some sort of chargeback to users or customers. So hopefully that answers your question. So this is a great question from Robert. Has the capability of Mac computers been improved? That depends on when you last used this, Robert. We've put out a few Mac releases this year. Mac is a different type of operating system, but we think we know it's the best out there for tracking Mac, but there's always more that we can do. So yes, we are constantly improving all of our products. So I hope that's an answer.
Thanks, Sean. We have another question from Rod. If I have a multi-manufacturer fleet, will the embedded track the HP as well as the other devices?
Yeah, so as you saw in that slide with the other manufacturers, so essentially what embedded is for is it is for capturing who is using the device and who is actually putting paper on glass and using the device, and allowing them to identify themselves, and also it allows them even further to charge the information back to a customer or user. Print Audit has always been cross-fleet. We are agnostic, absolutely agnostic as to what types of devices we use. But if you've got an HP device, you have to install the HP embedded. If you've got a Ricoh device, you have to install the Ricoh embedded. All of the information, though, goes into a single database. Hopefully that answers your question.
Thanks, Sean. That looks like all the questions we have for now.
Okay, good. As usual, and we love this, we don't get a lot of questions now, but people think about this, and so think about it and ask questions after. Oh, we're getting more questions here, which is good, and I'll let Angie go. But, you can always get in touch with your Print Audit reps around the world. We see people from around the world here and ask questions and sort of see how it goes. We'll put out a press release when it's actually available. But we have more questions, so go, Angie.
Sure. Pat is asking, so does that mean Print Audit Embedded comes with Print Audit 6?
Absolutely. If you're a Premier subscription member, it's all included into the same package. You have to have, for Embedded to work, you have to have Print Audit 6 because Print Audit 6 is where all the information goes to. So it does.
Thanks, John. That looks like the end of our questions for now. Again, if anyone else has questions, please feel free to put them in. Oh, we have one more from Eduardo. John, maybe to clarify, and prices for FM users.
Yeah, so let me make sure. I think I want to make sure that there's a difference for that people understand the difference between Facilities Manager, which is FM, and Print Audit. Print Audit is an actual desktop tracking, user tracking system for rules, recovery, and securing documents, whereas FM is a remote device management tool. Absolutely, FM users have access to Print Audit 6, and again, this is one of those things that you can, and Print Audit 6 for the user management piece, this is one that you can contact your Print Audit rep around the world to ask about.
Thank you. We have a question from Zach. Are there any restrictions on who can sell embedded? Example, can an HP-only shop sell a Xerox embedded license? Could an OEM, as Ricoh, sell an HP license?
That's a really good question. So the answer is, if you're a customer of Print Audits, you can sell any of these. And so Ricoh, which is a customer, now Ricoh sells Print Audit as a different brand. It's called PCS Director. So I don't know how likely they are to actually sell the HP brand, but if they were to ask us, we would probably let them do it.
Thank you. A question from Pat. Is Print Audit 6 now working on HP, a recent development?
Yeah, so Pat, if I'm seeing the question right, and feel free to ask again, yes, Print Audit 6 now works on HP. This is the embedded that we're releasing. So you would install this embedded on HP, and it hooks into the Print Audit 6 on an HP device.
Thank you, John. Again, that's the end of these questions, so feel free again.
Keep saying that. I'm excited. They keep coming up. New questions. I could even wait a couple of seconds. We could put on a little bit of music and wait for good questions. So far, I haven't been stumped. So feel free to send me a stumper.
That's the challenge.
Yeah. With the Xerox a couple of weeks ago, and so we got back to all those people, but I didn't know all the answers then. So I'm much better versed this week.
Great. Thanks, John.
Okay, it looks like we're there. So again, feel free to send in questions to your Print Audit rep. Here's some information on how to get in touch with us. We will leave this up on the screen for another couple of minutes, but proud to say that we did the entire webinar in 23 minutes, and hopefully very little of it was an ad about Print Audit, but we're excited. Thank you very much for being Print Audit customers, and if you're not yet, we're excited about having you as a customer soon. Thank you.